here at the garden, April 12th, here in Austin, Texas. It's a morning, beautiful day, just starting. The sun's just getting onto the tomatoes. I wanted to show how I grow my tomatoes in my bed on stakes. I've got a 4-foot wide garden, 16 foot long. I give each plant about 2 foot of space, and I wanted to show you what that looks like. So my beefsteaks, I grow, this is a roast to Berne. This one has 1, 2, 3 stems. And you can see that I tie up the stems to a single stake. I think a lot of people don't like to grow more than 1 stem. I grow 3 for a couple of reasons. One, having some density to our tomato plants helps prevent sunscald, which we get here as it gets really hot here in Austin. The other reason is we have late cold snaps, and they can sometimes cause the blossoms to fall off. If you're starting early with your beefsteaks because you have a small window to get the fruit onto the plant before it gets too hot, you've got to start early. I started these February 24th in the ground, which, you know, by conventional wisdom is far too early. The reason I do that is because come May, just 3 weeks from now, we're going to be in the 90s, and whatever fruit I have on these plants is all I'm going to get. So one, the 3 stems is going to protect from sunscald. 2, if you do have a late cold snap and experience blossom drop, these extra stems are basically insurance. And lastly, well, I've got pretty tall stakes. 1 stem just grows too tall too quick for me, so I think 3 stems, you know, comes a little more slowly. As for, you know, can you do it? You can see I've got, you know, plenty of foliage here, but it's not too thick. The air passes through. I'll clip out, you know, some branches that grow into the middle if it gets too thick. So I tend to keep them, you know, pretty thin inside so there's airflow. But, you know, you can see, you know, we've got, you know, nice tomato sets here. There's another one there. There's a second stem now that's producing some little tomatoes there. We've got some little tomatoes being produced on another stem here. So all of these stems are going to start generating some tomatoes, which will give us a little more production, I think, come the end of the season. So, you know, that's my methodology. 2 foot between plants, generally 3 or even 4 stems. If you look at some of these, I've got, you know, 4 stems. The one right next to it, here's a federally paste tomato, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see I've added a kind of secondary middle stake just to help support some of the, you know, shared weight in case it gets to be too much. But for the most part, you know, I put 3 stems per stake is fine. 4 stems is okay. And you just have to keep the, you know, the leaves that are getting dense in the middle as you tie up your stems thinned out. And here's another example, right? Here's a West Heart tomato. It's 3 stems, 1, 2, 3. And you can see we've got plenty of tomatoes that are growing on multiple stems so that we can be sure to get plenty of tomatoes. So that's how I do it here.